Hello class 9, welcome back and welcome to your next video, and this video is related to a lesson, The Beggar, and this lesson is written by Anton Chekhov, and the complete name of this writer is Anton Pavlovich Chekhov. Okay, so how many characters are there? These are the characters here: a beggar, an advocate, a maid or cook. So who is the beggar? What is the name of beggar? Beggar is Luskov. Luskov is the beggar and he is the hero of the story. Luskov. Next one is advocate. The name of advocate is Sergei, and Sergei is the second role in this play, in this lesson, in this story. And maid, the name of maid is Olga. So these are the characters, and yes, you what these characters are doing, yes, you what is the role of them in this story, we are going to read them. And up to now in this lesson we come to know what we come to know. We come to know that yes, you Luskov, a beggar, asking alms, but Sergei did not give him anything, and he took him to his house and he offered him work, and he does work, he does not work there. So we are going to know more. So let's start the lesson with script. And as we all know that this lesson, yes, you and this interaction, this conversation is going on road, and when Sergei met with Luskov, they both are talking. Yes, you Luskov, the beggar, is asking alms from Sergei, but Sergei denied him, and yes, you and Sergei recognized him, and he was saying that, see, you day before yesterday you were saying that I was a school student, but today you are saying you are a school teacher. So what is this? Why are you making fool of people? Why are you telling false stories to people? Okay, so then yes, you he told him that yes, you I was in a Russian choir, and I was removed from there. I was fired out from the group, from the choir. So that's why I do not have anything to do. So that's why I'm asking alms. Yes, I am asking alms. Sure, I have nothing to do. Then he said, you do not have nothing to do? Issue, what can you do? And he's asking to Sergei, what can I do? So then he said, what can you do? You are asking to me. Sergei told him that you are going to ask me what you can do. So Sergei was angry and coming close to him, and he went to Sergei. He went to Sergei and he said, then you can do work. That is what you can do, and that is the thing you can do. You must work. It is told by, it is spoken by Sergei. Work? Yes, I know that myself, but where can I find work? Now, Luskov speaking, Becker speaking. Yes, I know that myself. I know this thing also. I have to do work. But where can I find work? But where is the work? I do not have any work. I do not find any work. So then he said that, how would you like to chop wood for me? Then Sergei speak. You, would you like to chop wood for me? Sergei asked, and I would not refuse to do that. But in these days, even skilled woodcutters find themselves sitting without bread. Now, Luskov, the beggar, is speaking. Sir, I am not going to refuse you without, sorry, chopping woods. But in these days, skilled woodcutter do not have work. They do not have woods to cut. So that's why this is also not a good work. So they are also idle. So how can I find work of chopping woods? Then will you come and chop wood for me? Then Sergei offered him what? Offered him work, and he told him that you can come with me and chop wood for me. Yes, sir, I will. Then he agreed, and he went with Sergei. Very well. We will soon find out. Sergei hastened along, rubbing his hands. He called his cook out of the kitchen. And yes, you Sergei and Luskov both reached Sergei's house. And when they reached, yes, you Sergei called his cook. And he told him what he told here Olga. He said, take this gentleman into the wood shed and let him chop wood. So he told Olga, take this gentleman into the wood shed and let him chop wood. Okay, let him chop wood, उससे लकड़ियां कटवाओ. The scarecrow of a beggar surged his shoulders as if in perplexity and went irresolutely after the cook. The scarecrow mean he did not want to do the work, and scarecrow mean to say in our language that is ड्रेवा. ओके जो हम अपने खेतों में लगा देते हैं जानवरों को भगाने के लिए, खड़ा कर देते हैं, पुतला बना देते हैं, that is known as scarecrow. Okay, and yes, you the beggar was standing there like a scarecrow, and he surged his shoulder. उसने अपने कंधे को उचाया, and if in perplexity, yes, you, and he was confused, and went irresolutely after the cook, and he went behind the cook after the cook, irresolutely. Okay, he was not willingly to go there, but he went there. It was obvious from his gait that he had not consented to go and chop wood because he was hungry and wanted work. Yes, you. It was obvious from his gait. In perplexity, perplexity means confused, and went irresolutely. Irresolutely means hesitantly, because he was not willingly going with Olga. So hesitantly he was going with Olga after the cook. It was obvious from his gait. It was obvious. It can be seen from his gait, from his walk, because he was not ready to walk. He was walking slowly. Lie in that he had not consented to go and chop wood because he was hungry and wanted work, but simply from pride and shame, and because he had been trapped by his own words. Yes, you that beggar did not want to do work, but he got trapped in his own world. That's why he came here, and that's why he came Sergei's house, and now he was going to do work. He was not ready to do work, but he was got trapped in his words. So that's why he came there, and he was hungry also. On the other side, he was hungry, and he did not want to do the work. Just only he wanted to get what he wanted to get alms, and with that alms he was, yes, you filling his belly, and he was taking drink from that money also. Yeah, so it was obvious too that his strength had been undermined by vodka, and yes, you his strength was gone there. His strength was not there because of vodka, because of wine. His strength gone away, and that he was unhealthy and did not feel the slightest inclinations for toil, and there was no interest in him to do the work. He was not ready to do work. Next one is Sergei hurried into the dining room, and Sergei went into his dining room. From its window one could see the woodshed, and from his window, from the dining room window, he can see his woodshed and everything that went on in the yard, and he can see each and everything from the dining room's window, everything which was going on, yeah, what is going on in the yard. Standing at the window, yes, you, Sergei was standing at the window. Sergei saw the cook and the beggar came out into the yard by the back door and make their way across the dirty snow to the shed. So now they went into the, yes, you, they went into the woodshed. Olga glared wrathfully. Wrathfully mean with hatred. Wrathfully, this is the word wrathfully, and the meaning of this wrathfully is with hatred. So now Olga was looking at the beggar, and she was looking at her hater. Yes, you, with hate she was looking. With hate she was looking. You see, there was a hate in the eyes of Olga regarding whom? Regarding the yes, regarding the beggar, and showed him aside with her elbow, and yes, you she tried to remove the beggar from the way and unlocked the shed. Then she unlocked the shed and angrily banged the door. So next one is there. Next, he saw the pseudo teacher. Pseudo teacher means a teacher. This is yes, not a real teacher. Sit himself on a log. And when they went into the woodshed, the beggar sat on a log. Log means a piece of wood, and became lost in thought with his red cheeks resting in his feet. So he sat like this. Yes, like this. He put his yes, you cheeks in his fist. The woman flung over and down an axe at his feet, and Olga threw an axe to him and spat angrily. She was angry, and judging from the expression of her lips, and she was speaking something with her lips, and began to scold him. And she began to scold him. She was scolding him. The beggar resolutely pulled a billet of wood towards him, and the beggar pulled a billet, a piece of wood towards him, sat up between his feet, and he put that billet in between his feet and tapped it feebly with the axe. And he was trying to cut the yes, you billet, but was not able. He was yes, you attacking with axe. The billet wavered and fell down. The billet wavered, the billet moved and fell down. The beggar again pulled it to him, blew on his freezing hands, and tapped it with his axe cautiously, yes, you, as if afraid of fitting his overshoe or of cutting off his fingers. The stick of wood again fell to the ground. So this time also he was not able to cut the billet. So he was very weak. He was not ready to do work, but he was showing that I am doing work. So next one is there. Sergei's anger had vanished, and he now began to feel a little sorry and ashamed of himself for having set a spoiled, drunken, perhaps sick man to work at menial labor in the court. So now, what is the menial labor? An unskilled, inferior job. Now, Sergei also thinking in himself that he didn't do a good work because he brought a person that broke was not healthy, and he's not is you walking properly. He was very weak, and he's a drunken also. That's why he was thinking. He was yes you repenting about in himself, because he put a man into a work, and that man did not know about this work. So that's why he was thinking about that. So up to here we will do in this video. Next we will do in the next video. So thank you. Have a nice day.